Stop sharing records presents a limited vinyl release. Stop sharing records.
Whack just get sliced from a cut, some dicing them up. A butcher on the wheels and stay slicing them up and lighting them up. Every time that I let the flares go, the needles you use ain't the ones that ain't stereo. Some local DJs, they like crabs in a barrel. Scared to put me on, cause I reign like a pharaoh. Without a staff, yo, I got you hissing like snakes. Giving me hate, I don't see conviction mistakes. Stay digging in the trash, not digging in the crates. Keep skipping on your brakes when you're mixing in the plates. But wait, I ain't done, son, this isn't final. Cut you up even quicker if I'm mixing on vinyl. I'm a battle MC that's always quick to rebuttal. Flip beats on the dollar when it isn't a struggle. Shit is easy to me, and it isn't a juggle. I can say it 2 times like I'm flipping a double. I can kill you on the mic, but with my hands I bring the best speech. 100 reasons why you can't match my techniques. Your timing is off, just like a broken ass my bottle. I always reign forever, with or without Serato.
Stop sharing records presents a limited vinyl release. Stop sharing records.
You wanna be a rapper? Sign the dotted line, I'll give you 1,000 grand. You'll start off just fine, but you'll have to pay it back in the due time. Keep coming up with catchy songs and catchy new lines. Make sure that your sales don't start to decline. You'll have the gold fronts plus the bling to shine. Listen to the way that I'm straight telling it. I'll give you 2% from whatever I'm selling it. Go get a cameo, get Missy Elliott. Dumb it down a bit so it don't sound intelligent. I have you on tour, slide by every war. Cassettes and CDs up in every store. That's all it takes, yo, it don't seem tough. Plus I have you every drug you could possibly think of. I'm spilling money by the minute like the oil leak. Stay loyal to me, I'll supply you with the royalties. We got a market that appeals for the clubs. Plus we got a different market that appeals to the thugs. This is my final offer, you better take it now. You don't need a lawyer to come and help you break it down. So what do you say? You want the price of fame? If not, I'll find another chump exactly the same.
Stop sharing records presents a limited vinyl release. Stop sharing records.
In an orange atmosphere with no trees forming outside, we survived breathing on carbon dioxide way before the time of all humankind. We became immortal beings at the age of 35, taller than humans and possessed more might. We would average in about 22 feet height. We had a technical capacity to travel through the galaxy. Instead of using words, we spoke telepathically with cities like Volgograd and many different others. Our buildings and planets were identified with numbers. Being born in a service was your prime purpose. Some of us protected cities hidden under the surface. We tried to make Jupiter a second sun for energy, but jealousy of weaponry never came to let it be. We paid the penalty for living selfishly, and we started a war that carried on for many centuries. Recklessly, we couldn't escape our own destiny. Genetically, we weren't made to show empathy. Once enemies, eventually we went to new extremities by chemically putting our atmosphere in jeopardy. Desperately, we try to find an exit to this madness, and with the Merkaba, we landed on Atlantis. The ones left abandoned in time shortly vanished, and the ones that left stranded expanded on this planet.
Solo tu giù.
Stop sharing records presents a limited vinyl release. Stop sharing records.
Who won a battle?
I come real with this.
Who won a battle? Who won a battle?
Destined for wrath, but got a blessing in math. Today's today, tomorrow's just yesterday's past. So many scars on my bodies from the wars and the battles. Nobody leaves alive. I walk the road less traveled. You could judge me like an analyst and laugh and just diss like a bunch of capitalists. Where the apple is spit, I have no choice in my life but to battle with it. I'm the last in the mix, that's why I'm just having a spit, so I could tackle the list. I couldn't hear their opinions through the crackle and hiss. Some things I'd rather handle with fist. That's the reason that my knuckles in pain. I'm high potent plus double the strain. The trouble's the same. I chuckle away as I struggle to gain. Stuck in the vein as I'm watching my blood drip in a puddle of rain. If you find it unpleasant, this verse is an antidepressant. Throw your hands up if you have any questions.
Shop Aaron Records. I am the designer movie. Drop it at Shop Aaron Records. This is the slow-mo.
When I start rapping, I start snapping. You almost shark attacking or a car crashing. You ain't ready for what's about to happen. So brace yourself for the impact. In fact, your little chin strap can't stand this whiplash. What I'm dropping is nuclear, straight bombing your lame cunts. With verses grabbing pussies like Donald J. Trump. You do it for the platinum plaques, but the actual fact, yo, John Lennon ain't imagining that. Well, I'm ahead of my time. You stay behind me like a suffix. Your toys are Fairy Lloyd and Harry, always on some dumb shit. I'll shit on your crew and whoever that you come with, cause your bars are like punches inside of a mother's stomach. Well, I could beat you at your own game without using a cheat code. Y'all sounding like every other rapper in the East Coast. Y'all talk shit behind my back, but y'all can't fuck with me though, cause I'm running through your lines like Marshall Lynch and
We gotta set our own mark and enforce it. We gotta think big now,
Check it out, yeah. My verse is very mercenary with words to carry. Cut your day shorter than the month of February. I'm extraordinary, you ordinary with your verses. It's voluntary, it's culinary, cooking of courses. See the corpses with competition ripped to the portions. I get endorphins when I'm recording the illest chorus. I split them like divorces, father them just like some orphans. I played polo with Ralph and made him hold his horses. So call for reinforcement, give him your coordinates before you get hung and displayed just like an ornament. But press your luck like a journalist, stay subordinate. You don't wanna get it twisted like a contortionist. That'll be unfortunate. You better heed the warning before you see me storming at 3 o'clock in the morning. Without a needed warrant, I'm creeping up on your dormant. You gon' feel the sting like a bunch of bees that are swarming. You're gonna need a florist when I'm giving these arrangements. I'm receiving payments when I'm giving these exchanges. I'm leaving stages murdered with repeating cases. I wear cement floors to leave you inside the pavement. Call Liam Neeson cause this verse will leave you taken. I'm other than a swine flu while I'm eating bacon. I'm seeing faces and places that I never thought I'd check. It all started when I started on this epic quest.
Reppin' from New York to Chicago. Reppin' nigga from New York to West Coast Chicago. Bronx to Chicago.
Remember stand New York to Chicago.
Chicago, New York. NY South. Bronx to Chicago.
Shop Aaron Records presents a limited vinyl release. Drop it at shopaaronrecords.com.
What independent artists forever change the game? No major label when we don't pay to play. Stepping on that scene, things will never be the same. It's the MCs, say what we gotta say. Things will never be the same. Nowadays things are different and I'm living in the present. So in other words, I'm gifted. Developed like an infant, traveled up quite a distance and appreciate the past. Things have changed in an instance. We did it on our own and didn't need no assistance, which makes us independent in this modern day existence. Our love and dedication makes us more persistent. So we rebel against the system in this modern day resistance. We don't need auto-tunes, just minimal equipment, a sampler and a mic, and that'll be sufficient. With the elements of hip-hop and coexistence, remove just one and it'll be inconsistent. Whatever the case be, I ain't selling out like Macy's. I'm married to the art, it'll always be my lady. Since the 80s, she raised me. Mainly, I used the gift that God gave me to bring light where it's shady. Call me old head, that don't really faze me. Rock steady to the beat, so my legs are going crazy. Moved on from phase 2, now we up to phase 3. Been underpaid for life, so you don't have to pay me. You came to the right place if you like to take a gamble. It's $100 a bet just to step up to the mantle. You play craps where you're about to shit yourself. When I make you go broke and you have to put your shit for sale. I make the richest men lose a bit of wealth. From Jordan, Tyson, Affleck, Charlie Sheen himself. Here sits a man, he thinks he's lucky today, but he doesn't know my plans is only like a flush away. Taking your house, you can add it to your credit loans. You should've called it quits when your ass was up like 7-4. While you're stacking bets, trying to make the right move, I'm out to screw you like Jerry Weller did to Ice Cube. You step with a tycoon, I'll sell your soul on iTunes. I'll scrap you for change just like a drive-thru. I run casinos like Robert De Niro, cause you started with the G but you're clocking out with the 0.
But it's collabo with that horn holding Lambo. Come on, let's set it off. You know what my Puerto Rican side. I write
I am the designer.
Remember you was whack, remember Ice was had a let's set it
Yo,
off.
let's hit them off with some shit.
Yo, I'm a ringleader with spring fever that's rolling through the trenches. You don't get it though, I don't listen, bro. It's a no like yelling at death pets. A sin seeker, Senator Grimmy, but that threats when I compose like Haley Joel saw them ghosts, cause these foes don't even know they dead yet. My bars come attached with a prison bed. One shot'll leave your system cleansed. I got 5 things of death once my fist is clenched. A sixth sense, what I script with pens. Your face squints like you sniff the stench of a homeless man who walked away and missed the best. It's so inviting, I'm no joke, you can't cope. I'm a bolt of lightning with a choke around your throat while the rope is tightening. Try to keep still, but could it be real if they roll with cypress? I'll expose your iris like having eroded eyelids. I'm a ferocious giant when I impose my rhyme. In a civic-minded bloating sirens like China's trying to silence the coronavirus. It's an epidemic spreading when this epic penman gets his weapon setting. Got paramedics checking for infected tenants. Peace to DJs who play that real hip-hop.
Real hip hop.
Break it down, no need to explain.
That real hip-hop.
Chop Iron
Play that real hip-hop.
A limited vinyl release.
I love hip hop when I walk at this shop.
I'm so hip-hop, I feel it in my neck bone. Extending from my microphone, I feel it in my headphones. I'm in the red zone, ain't no going back. I'm addicted to be dope, you're addicted to be whack. I'm talking with the pop and say words like fresh. My LP collection's worth more than a bet. I'm so hip-hop, I'm not kidding, bro. I even go to sleep watching battle rap videos. I wake up and eat, write a killer flow, turn on the MP and get in the Dilla zone. After my performance, I'm back at the lab again. I study all the elements and broke them into fragments. I run these MCs and jam master with the reverend. Before I started walking, I mastered how to head spin. I know about the mic and also having can control. Crossing third rail, shining with a can of gold.
Peace to DJs who play that real hip-hop.
Real hip hop.
Break it down, no need to explain.
That real hip-hop.
I try to pick myself up, but I keep falling down. I try to pick myself up, but I keep falling down. I try to pick myself up, but I keep falling down. I keep falling down. I keep falling down. I try to pick myself up, but I keep falling down. I try to pick myself up, but I keep falling down. I try to pick myself up, I keep falling down. Yeah, I keep falling down. I keep falling down.
I kept falling down as I started this process. Kept saying to myself, bro, you know that you got this. Kept landing on my ass like a rodeo contest. And saying to myself, man, this is some nonsense. As soon as it seemed I was making some progress, I got knocked down, feeling unconscious. Kept lying to myself. I said that I stopped this, but the fact remained, I never kept the promise. I was running out of time and also out of options. I knew my next stop was death or a hospice. It came to the point I had to be honest, cause I knew by myself that I couldn't unlock this. I had to get professional help, something like a locksmith, but my pride kept making me feel pompous. But I had to get help and I needed to want it. That's when I figured out a way to beat the beast that was monstrous.
I march on to the break, sorta like the beat drum. Rattle with these things in order to defeat them. Learn from my mistakes, so I don't repeat them. Do what it takes in order to delete them.